Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and the US and how these countries have and continue to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and I acknowledge that I am recording from the stolen lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. If you would like to know more about the side effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual.
Hello, everybody. Shar. I use she, they pronouns, and I am streaming on the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. And this evening, I will continue to be playing Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I am streaming on the territories of the Semiahmoo, Katzie, Coquitlam, Kwantlen, Kakate, and Tawasin First Nations, and I am here playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Osteo, everyone. I am CasperDaNBGhost. My pronouns are they, he. Yeah, changed them. And I am playing on the territories of the Cherokee and the Muskogee. Today I'm playing Belgium Jerry, whose pronouns are fight me. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Yeah, we're here, and he's kind of a dick.
Can't wait to see what happens with Jerry today. Hello, everybody. My name's Katrina. You can also call me Kat. I use any pronoun, and I'm currently streaming on the lands of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh First Nations Coast Salish people. And I'm back again at it again with suspendees and all as Abbigail Summers. Our sweet, sweet rap nose, fast running the Flash. I'm the Flash. I've decided I'm the Flash.
Wow, legally distinct. 2 Fs. The Flash.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, hi, I'm Tare. Pronouns she, they, those are the right ones. She, they, fae. There we go. That's it. I'm on my game today. I'm coming at you live from the Lipan Apache, Ute, and Cheyenne First Nations, and I am playing once, always, and forever, as long as they, keep me in the chair. Leon Cavallo, the he, they, they, the Toreador, the Olador, who will leave you wanting more, who may or may not, have a kid somewhere. Who can prove it? Don't worry about it.
And it's Sirenscape that helps make our stream more atmospheric. We use their fabulous server for both backing tracks on our streams as well as sound effects. You can add voice lines and clips in. It's very, very cool. Free and pro versions are available, so check them out at Sirenscape.com. And also, if you're watching live with us on Twitch, I just want to remind you to join the Tiddy Committee by using your Amazon Prime sub to support the Tabletop Tiddies, because it's a lot of work to keep up these shows, and we really much appreciate it. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you also can subscribe with just regular monies. That's it. Regular monies are good.
Regular monies.
Regular monies.
We'll take it all, baby. We take it all. And you know what else is really cool that costs money, but it's worth it? Goodberry Dice. Trying to find that perfect set of gaming dice? Look no further than Goodberry Dice, your one-stop shop for unique and high-quality dice sets. The folks at Goodberry Dice believe in nourishing your gaming experience with dice that sustain your passion and embrace your imagination. Whether you're a seasoned dungeon master or a budding sprout, head to goodberrydice.com for beautiful dice sets that will nurture your fantasy and let your creativity bloom. The Tiddies all received a beautiful dice set of the choosing. Look at this beautiful packaging here in this nice little bag and the little Goodberry symbol. Very adorable. We love them very much. So stoked to have them as a sponsor for the rest of the season. Once again, that's goodberrydice.com. Goodberry Dice, Goodberry Dice. Go ahead and get your Goodberry Dice.
Wow, what a beautiful song.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what
welcome.
else is beautiful? Our merch store.
Whoa.
If you see the show tonight, or if you have seen any of our shows and you've thought to yourself, wow, these people are great. These characters are great. I want Tiddies paraphernalia plastered all over my body and my home. You should definitely go and check out our all the cool designs that we have to offer over at tabletoptitties.threadless.com. Sales happen frequently, so you'll always get a good deal, and we always have really cool designs up. We have our character art and our show logos. They're sweet, and you can put them on pretty much everything, be it blankets, shirts, hoodies, just all the things. So many things. Support the Tiddies and show that you are a proud Tiddy committee member by buying some merch at tabletoptitties.threadless.com. And remember, when we say Tiddies, it is with double D's.
Possible triggers for this episode: deceased parents, gaslighting, body horror, vampire stuff, and bees. If any of those things affect you and you feel like it is too much, feel free to step away, skip the video entirely. We always do a previously on, so you will never be left behind. Take care of yourself. And with that, intro video, pew pew pew. Oh, previously on Tiddies by Night. On the brink of sunrise, the IOU were scattered throughout the city. Abigail settled into her boat. The Marge barge docked near downtown London. One sec, my volume's too low. Octavia and Evelyn found rest within their respective rooms. Leon was rushing through the Southern District, trying to find a solution to Anne's sudden loss of strength. And Jerry, after confronting Anne, who blamed him for killing their patron, was walking bloodily down the street as the heat of the sun, boldly down the street, as the heat of the sun crept closer. Probably got pretty bloody too. When it finally rose, Jerry's skin immediately started burning under its rays. Hearing the cracking and popping of his flesh, he attempted to push on, but eventually succumbed to the pain and dove into the sewers for cover. Leon was unable to find the brouhaha and had to resort to convincing a family to let them sleep one off. He nearly passed out from the threat of the sun, but just managed to make it to their room before slipping into sleep. The next night, Octavia and Evelyn spent some time retracing Jerry's steps after he woke up, then ultimately decided to split up. Evelyn was to have her gang search for Jerry, while Octavia used her powers to create a trail leading to her missing father. Jerry awoke in the sewers to the horrible visage of William, who taunted Jerry into trying to attack him with little success. William seethed and told Jerry that he hopes he dies down here or is made food for the rats. He managed to pull a passerby into the sewers using mostly gravity and began to feed, only the blood didn't taste good and barely sated his hunger. Meanwhile, Abigail made her way to the feeding pit to pay back Diana for making a mess the week earlier. She was greeted by the beautiful and haunting Zamichi, who, after warning Abigail that her 3 days of special treatment was up, learned that Sydney Jones may now be after the IOU. Diana warned Abigail that Sydney is a force of nature and that she is never to return to the feeding pit, insisting that she be no part of it. Leon awoke unharmed after sleeping through the day. He cleaned himself up as best he could, but found the family downstairs in a trance-like state. They spoke in unison and told Leon he better hurry to the bridge. He left some money and did just that. From a distance, they spotted a crowd of people, all mangled and stitched to loosely resemble Leon, and in the middle of all of them, their sire. Who wants to go first?
It's so scary. I want to go first.
You wanna go
Mine's less
first?
scary. I think. I don't know.
Maybe. Perhaps. All right. Octavia,
I'm following prophets, or like prophets leading the way for me right now, I believe. As I've
Yes.
just cast my illuminate trail of prey.
There is a scent of smoke in the air, and you can hear the bustling of people around you as you make your way through the streets, attempting to blend in with your guide dog leading you forward. Give me an animal handling roll real quick.
Okie dokie.
With animal handling and wow. You know when that thought when you're like, wow, I actually haven't played this game in quite a long time. Animal handling and wits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal ken. There we go.
I knew what you meant.
There's like 4 systems that I've been playing in the last few months.
Alrighty. Pretty good. 3, 4, 6. I mean, very good, but there was only 1 10, which is why I was sad.
All right. How many?
6.
All right. You can tell that Prophet is quite determined, especially knowing how close this is to you. But can pick up that it is quite a distance away. The trail seems to snake and spiral through the city, following a pretty pedestrian path, staying to the roads and walking along the sidewalk. But Prophet picks up the sense that it is quite a distance, that your father has been walking for some time.
Shoot. Okay. Prophet, perhaps before we get too far, we might want to get Fiend to help us on this mission. What do you think? Definitely. All right, let's leave it, boy, for now and go back home.
You return to the IOU, Prophet leading you there. Abigail, give me a wits and awareness.
You got it. You got it. That's 3 successes.
All right. I will give it that then. As you're
Ooh, just snaking by.
As you're standing in the IOU, the empty IOU, you spot out of the corner of your eye a familiar blue-haired woman walking with a very large hound outside, as Octavia is heading towards the office.
Nice. I will definitely. It's been a rough day. I could use a friendly face. Hey, how's it going? Where you off to?
Abigail, hello. I'm actually on a mission and I could use your help, actually, if you're free.
Well, yeah.
It's a personal one, not one that will give us any pay, but my father appears to be missing.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll help out. You got a lead?
I do, and it's not going to last, so we're picking up Fiend and heading on our way. Would you like to join us on the carriage?
Love to. I've done enough running today.
Fabulous. You'll have to sit in the back, though, as I need Prophet to guide Fiend, and I'll sit next to him up front.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we'll head in the back, and I feel like we've probably had to do this before, where Prophet and Fiend have like worked out a system of like when he barks a certain way, it means turn.
Yeah. I mean, Fiend doesn't need to like march, like doesn't need to like be sprinting through the city.
Yeah.
And it's I'm pretty sure at some point fire trucks were led by dogs. I think that's what the Dalmatians did. They led the horses through the street barking to alert people that something is coming. So
Dogs.
if you want to take your massive carriage, you are free to.
I do, because now it's not just me going, I got backup.
Yeah.
So we need the carriage.
So you hop in the back, and Abigail sits up front as Prophet begins to lead the way and begins re-following the smoky trail through the city. Abigail, you don't really know the city too well, do you?
Pretty much just from like the last place that my boat was docked to the IOU, to a couple of like those choice locations. But yeah, I don't think I've had I don't have that cartography skill yet.
Mm-hmm. Are the two of you going to be communicating at all where you are heading?
Yeah. Hey Octavia, where are we going?
I mean, you're following Prophet, but I'm saying, are you going to be conveying like what places you pass along the way?
Oh, I see. Like, is Abigail going to be telling me the direction that we're heading
Yeah,
as we're
exactly.
going?
Me?
Yeah.
Abigail, do please enlighten me with tales of the city as we travel. I do love to see through others' eyes.
Right, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Me.
It has been a while.
Yeah, I mean, the streets of London. If you were a tourist here, you'd be like, wow, it's so beautiful, but it's pretty dark and it smells a little bit like pee. But the buildings are nice.
My nose does work. Thanks.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting, but yeah. Well, it looks like pee too, I guess I should say. But yeah, there's a couple of beautiful buildings, and the architecture is really different from what I'm used to back in the city. And
what are you used to?
Oh, well, there's some buildings that are about the same, a bit more romantic and nice, but our buildings are more like, for not looking at.
Not for looking at, so perhaps America would be better for me.
Maybe, I guess, yeah. But it still smells like pee.
So it would remind me of home as well. You're really just upselling it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a lot more people on the street selling stuff, so that's kind of nice. You can hop to any street and get a little pretzel or a hot dog. You guys have hot dogs here? No, you guys got weird fish dishes all the time.
Prophet gets hot every now and then. I wouldn't say we don't have hot dogs.
Oh, never mind. They're good.
And as you describe the streets and whatnot of London, you recognize, Octavia, that you're heading west, past Hyde Park. You can hear the sounds of the growls and whatnot through the bustle of the people trying to leave the dark forest of the park now, and start to get into the fancier estates of the city, until finally Prophet lets you know, Abigail, that you are at the building. And what you see, Abigail, is a large estate, kind of Gothic in appearance, dark and boarded up.
What is this place?
I feel like I haven't been in this area of the city before. It's a bit farther than I usually go.
It feels familiar, Octavia. Give me a wits and awareness.
But yet something pulls at me, something I'm not used to. Or perhaps I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3.
Yeah.
It's quiet in this neighborhood, or at least on this block. But you can hear faint whispers through the dark. Not living
Ghostly whispers.
And the smell of the trees blowing in the wind and the creaking that you can hear coming from within this estate reminds you.
Am I back home?
What?
The people who lived here recently left. This was once a clan home for the Giovanni.
Mm,
Ooh.
the people we killed.
People that
Right.
you severed the head, so to speak.
I didn't.
Someone in the group did.
Love how I was thinking totally 180 of this. I'm like, oh, my dad went back to my childhood home. Nope. Okay.
I mean, your dad was seeking to speak to ghosts.
Mhm. Indeed. Ah,
Oh, our
I
house
do
is full
feel
of
like
ghosts.
I realize where we are, Abigail. Do you have any experience with the Giovanni clan?
No, who dat?
Well, they're the flip side of the Tremere, one might say. They're quite the darker end, and that's saying something when the Tremere are all about our blood magics. The IOU has encountered this clan in the past with varying degrees of success, but from the sound of it, it seems like they've all left at this point.
Hmm.
They
So
do have quite a talent for connecting to the underworld, differently than I do, though.
sounds like the bad guys are gone.
Well, let's hope they didn't take my father with them. And I'll step out
Oh.
of the carriage.
Yikes.
And you do. And Prophet sort of perks up next to you, Octavia, feeling accomplished that he has led you the right direction.
Prophet, does it go inside? Nothing comes out.
You get a affirmative bark.
Okay.
And a
well,
bit
that's
of a
good sign.
growl.
Might not be totally safe either. Is there something you need to tell me, boy? And I'm gonna activate my feral whispers, which is free with my feminist.
Blood. Smell blood.
Fresh? Old?
Fresh.
Human or
Couple hours.
something else?
Both.
Ah. Perhaps we should be ready for a fight just in case, Abigail. Prophet says there's blood inside.
One hand on the holster, and I'm ready to go.
And I will. It's too bad that Evelyn isn't here, and I'm gonna try and stealth my way forward.
Whoops.
Let me just double check. I feel like I can use something. I feel like I'm going to use Silence of Death on myself.
All right.
And I'll maybe try to take the lead here.
Okay.
Nice.
I forget if there's a role for that.
I feel like
I think
it's
you just
free?
stop making noise.
I think I go, shh.
Yeah.
I'll use Unseen Passage on myself, which is a rouse check.
All right.
And it's good that I have to be quiet because it only works if I'm quiet for that as well.
All right. Give me a rouse.
I fail. I get hungrier.
You hear the creeping voice of your sire in your mind, filling you with the need to feed. I mean, the sound of blood sounds good. But Prophet slowly walks behind Abigail, who's leading the way. Abigail, give me a wits and investigation real quick.
Yeah. Am I better? Yeah, than in awareness than in it's good. It's good, is what I'm trying to say. Here I come. 4 successes.
Nice. You notice that the garden of this estate has like leaves fallen on it. There's like dirt up the pathway. It seems like it's been abandoned for at least a few months now. But it's been recently disturbed. There's this sign of footsteps through the dirt and leaves heading towards the building, and actually going around it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a back door. Or like,
I mean, it's a large estate, so it stands to reason that there would be a entrance in the back as well.
Maybe I'll follow the footsteps are going around the estate. Maybe I'll follow those.
All right.
They're looking fresh. They're looking fresh.
Yeah, at least within the day, like the last day, basically.
Oh shit. Yeah, let's follow those.
As you do, again, this entire block is almost silent. You occasionally hear far off in the distance the sound of a dog bark or the very loud but quiet from this distance howling from Hyde Park. And as it leads you around, you can see again that this place is pretty much abandoned. The windows themselves have been boarded up, and occasionally there's a shattered one. Looking inside, there's no light coming from it. But you still follow those footprints to the back, and you see almost like a small like butler's entrance door with 3 wooden planks pulled off, lying on the ground in front of it.
I'm just going to interrupt really quickly to say that I don't think Abigail's met my dad. So on the way here, I would have also described what he's like and what he looks like, just so she can recognize him if she sees him.
Sounds good.
Sorry, back door boarded up.
But the planks, the boards have been pulled off. You can see them lying on the ground at the door.
And we were able to peek through one of those broken windows, and it looks like just like darkness.
Yeah. There's a few. Do you have any way of seeing in darkness?
Am I a half elf? No, I
Do you have dark vision?
Do I have dark vision? I don't think
Like heightened senses or anything like that?
Not on my sheet. Doesn't say so. I'm gonna say no.
All right. Then you can't really make it out.
Yeah. All right.
Octavia, you can smell like dusts coming from windows as you pass, but neither of you are able to discern what's inside. It just seems abandoned.
If there's no other like potential like broken window that looks like it's quiet enough to pass through, even though I know that I'm quiet, but like glass and whatnot, if there is no window to kind of like sneakily crawl through, I'll try the door.
Okay. It is unlocked, and you can open it.
Okay, I open it.
And you enter into the house. Immediately, even the ambient like wind from outside gets quiet as you enter.
Oof. I draw my pistol.
As Abigail heads into the house, I don't want to forget about these ghostly whispers that are like clawing at my ears. So I'm going to try and sense the unseen and hang probably, I'll like pull Prophet a little bit back. So we'll still be following, but about like 10 feet behind or so.
Give me a resolve and aspects.
Alrighty.
Bark, bark, bark.
6.
6. You sense scraps of spirits because you know that the Giovanni use spirits to empower their disciplines. They love when large amounts of deaths happen because it means that they can acquire more ammunition through spirits, and you feel what is left behind is the leftovers that they didn't want to use.
Oh God, that's terrible.
But you hear a whisper, a discerning whisper, discernible, that says a new flock, or a new to the fold.
Hello?
Just hear that, almost like a voice passing by a doorway off in the distance. New to the fold.
Noted.
How are Prophet has the ability to see in darkness, correct?
Let me double check. Yes, Oblivion Sight.
All right. Abigail, the entire interior it's like looking at a black wall.
Oh damn.
But you hear this like faint whispering coming from Prophet as his eyes almost turn into this like inverted color and just start like smoke starts like billowing out of his eyes.
I will also point out that he can see ghosts while using this power. He can see ghosts that are not actively hiding themselves.
He almost gets like ADHD, like I guess like a dog. Like he almost sees like squirrels passing, and you see him go and look off in the distance as something walks off. You get the sense that there are a few ghosts in this house.
We're certainly not alone.
And he'll begin.
I whisper.
Where should we go? Follow smell.
Yes.
And Prophet will push past you, Abigail, walking into the house.
I'm like, go for it. Go off, dog.
Go off, king.
And he'll lead you, Octavia, through the estate, and you can feel your hands brush up against blankets covering furniture, tables that were maybe broken and left behind. You get this feeling of like sudden abandonment of this location. And then you start to smell it. The familiar iron in the air.
The blood.
And Prophet leads you upstairs, off to the side, to a bedroom that you'd never been to. And he stops. Here.
Father? And I'll push my hand out to I'm sensing that there's a door to open.
You hear the and it wasn't fully closed.
Father, are you here? It's Octavia.
No reply, but you do smell strong, pungent smell of blood in this room.
I'll press forward. And can that remind me, Kat, what does Abigail drink fresh?
Bagged.
Okay. Then I don't have to worry about you.
Yeah.
And I'll head straight quickly to the source of the smell, abandoning all sense of stealth.
As you push forward, you bump into the side of a bed and sort of like feeling on it can feel the sticky, undried residue of blood on it.
Sorry, undried?
Yeah.
Is it warm?
No.
Okay.
It feels like it is on the verge of drying, sort of coagulated at this point.
I'll press forward on the bed.
You feel... Give me a wits and awareness. Or wits and investigation, rather.
Less good than my wits and awareness. 1.
You don't feel anything on the bed. Searching around, you don't feel anything. And then you hear Prophet whimper.
Abigail, I can't... What's in this room?
I'll enter and I'm a look.
You've just been stumbling behind them?
Yeah, probably,
trying to feel your way through?
I'm going by my ears.
Oh
wait, nobody's making no, yeah, you're making a little bit of sounds.
You give me a wits and investigation or wits and awareness, the -2.
Oh shit.
Because of the darkness.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, 3 successes. Damn.
Even with the minus?
Yeah.
Nice. Your night vision your like eyes start to adjust, and like what little moonlight is creeping through the windows. You see that the bed is indeed shiny, covered in blood. And it leads off the side towards the wall away from you.
I will walk over to that side before answering Octavia.
As you do, you sort of like stumble a bit, hitting up against what feels like a body.
Oh no.
And you can see from what Octavia described, her father lying in a pool of blood on the opposite side.
I I'm so sorry, Octavia.
What do you see? What is it?
I think your dad is dead.
What? And I'll like basically jump over the bed to where I'm hearing Abigail's voice come from. Feel for my father.
Mhm.
I feel the drenched clothing that is on him, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try and find the source of the wound and press on it.
There are several wounds. Small puncture wounds next to each other, all over his body.
Who did this?
I'm
Who
so
did
sorry.
this? I'm gonna. He's
New to the fold.
I will avenge him. And I'm going to I'm not going to scry the soul, but I'm going to do something that lets me know about objects. I have a power for this somewhere. I think like tears are streaming down Octavia's face,
As more blood just begins to drop onto him.
and I'm going to activate. Why can't I find this ability? Spirit's Touch. There we go. I'm going to activate Spirit's Touch, which is another rouse, to try and get any sort of sense of the events that happened to kill my father.
All right. Roll that rouse.
I fail again. Oh!
You hear more of
Yeah.
your sire burrowing into your mind, and then quiet as you focus on this ability. And you suddenly hear, "New to the fold!" next to your ear as a face emerges beside you. And you see these spirits of Giovanni digging into your father's body, biting and clawing at him, draining him of blood. And then you see one final Giovanni standing over him, leaning down, the new matriarch. And she reaches forward and picks up his head as he is quivering and grasping onto life. And she gently slices her palm and begins pouring her blood into his mouth. And you feel a hand grip your wrist as your father grabs it and weakly tries to turn, looking at you.
I didn't want this life for you. Dad. And I hold him as close as I can to me, and I keep crying.
You don't feel...
Why did you come here alone?
Your mother. They said I could speak to your mother.
That doesn't answer my question. Why did you come here without me? I could have protected you from this.
You were gone, and you wouldn't have wanted this.
Damn right I wouldn't have wanted this.
You think me blind, Octavia, as well, but I knew what you were.
Was this your plan all along?
We'll have more time. We will find her.
You could have asked me. I would have done this so you wouldn't have to suffer this fate.
You tried. And it brought you too close to danger. Now we'll have each other.
Let's get you home.
I need to
Abigail, please.
I need to feed.
Yes, we'll do that on the way.
What do we do? What do you?
You can pick him up and pull him out of the home
Yeah.
as you go off for your father's first feeding. Who wants to go next?
How the fuck any of us supposed to go after that? What the hell? Let's go with Evelyn's wandering around in the fucking sewers looking for William.
Evelyn,
Ah.
so you're specifically looking for William right now?
I believe I'm from what I remember from last episode, I was going to go off and try and find Jerry on my own, but I know I sent my group after them, so I think I'm gonna go and look and see if there's been any progress while looking for Jerry, because they're gonna be down there too.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of the goal right now, is like, where the fuck is Jerry?
You do have the innate ability to summon your
Yeah.
your
I'm gonna go
group.
down there and I'm gonna fucking be like, yo, bitch, get over here.
All right, you send out the William signal into the world as you begin searching around, but do give me a wits and investigation.
Will do. Where am I at for hunger right now? Okay, we're at one. That's right, I think we fed before this. Oh, yeah. 3.
A 3. So it's just that part of night now where the streets aren't entirely deserted. So it's not as easy for you to walk around without like spurring a bit of fear that perhaps a new plague has started. But keeping to the shadows a bit, Jerry's not the sneakiest of guys.
Yeah.
Also didn't get very far. So through the darkness, you can see sort of remnants of some footsteps that have been scattered by like the crowd and stuff like that. But you're not able to pinpoint a exact location of Jerry. And the viewers would know that his flesh is old enough that it didn't remain on the street. It disappeared into dust.
Right.
But over a few, maybe like 45 minutes of looking, you do hear the familiar pained breathing of William approaching behind you in the alley.
Okay. I don't even think I look behind me. I know it's him, and I'm just like, any progress?
I've been unable to find Jerry, Mum. We have been looking for him, but you might need to face the idea that the sun got him.
It's very unlike you to not turn up any information. Can I tell if he's telling the truth or not?
You can certainly try. Go ahead and give me a wits and probably insight. Wits and insight.
Can I get a specialty for the "it's my fucking son" and I reversed him?
No, but he's gonna
Okay.
get a penalty for trying to lie to you.
Okay, cool.
I believe you maintain your blood bond.
Yes. So it's wits and insight. Yeah, that's not as good as I would like. Can I rouse this? I really want to find Jerry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And I feel like it's weird that he's like, I have nothing. Like, it is weird. Okay, I get hungrier.
Nice.
So I'll take that penalty for that. I really do think it's weird. Like, Evelyn would think that's weird. Damn, that really didn't help me at all. I still got a 4.
Nice.
Like, the 2 extra dice did nothing.
As you sort of like, you focus, again, still not staring at him, you can feel this like tension behind you as he sort of like riles back and he says, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean it. He got a critical failure, a bestial failure. So he now
I
hears
see.
he hears your voice in your
That's right.
in your
I'm
mind.
just in his head being like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Mom. I can't. I'm sorry. And you hear him sort of like scamper back and like bump into the wall a little bit.
I didn't train you to lie to me, boy. What did you find?
The others. I was attempting to avenge the others, but it's not worth it. Jerry is in the sewers, Mom. Worse, a little worse for wear. The sun bid him good.
I understand why you feel this way. And I thank you for not acting on it, because it is not your call to make.
Murdered so many of our friends, Mom.
I understand that, and I have not forgotten. He has his uses, and he is a part of this coterie. That is a bond that we cannot forget about.
He is fed recently, so he should still have his strength. And he will sort of like, he'll scurry in front of you a little bit and just point down the street to a nearby sewer entrance, barely a block away.
Thank you for coming to your senses. I know you mean well.
Yes. My apologies, Mom. Is there anything I can do for your forgiveness?
Just continue to keep an eye on the city and keep an eye on Sidney Jones for me, like I asked before.
Yes.
I am still concerned about him.
I will bring the others to the headquarters and see what information they have gathered.
Good. I'll try to bring our large friend back home for healing.
And you hear him like bump up against something and scurry away behind you.
Cool. Well, now I know where to go.
Do you head towards the sewer entrance?
Yeah.
Jerry, you had fed. It wasn't very pleasant, but it did sate a bit of your hunger. Where are you headed?
Nowhere.
You're just lying.
I'm chilling in the sewer. I had a rough morning, bro.
As you lie in the sewer, give me a willpower check real quick.
So roll my 2 dice?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 1 success.
Nice. You feel that, again, lingering pleading from your beast. It's a bit better now that you have fed, especially as it acknowledges how horrible that was. But you still hear her voice. Jerry, is this what you plan to do? To die in the sewer alone?
No, piss off, woman.
You need help, Jerry. I know where you can get it.
Well, yeah, last time I listened to voices, it worked out so well for me.
He silenced me, Jerry. I would have been there for you.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
You had, and I do say had, you had a destiny in front of you, Jerry, but look where we are now. You were chosen.
Yeah, load of help you are.
Listen, I may be gone, but the crones still need a warrior.
Yeah, a fat lot of good I'm gonna be.
They can help you, can't they? What, are you going to go off to the dogs and ask them for help?
Well, Right, bit closer.
But what do you think they'll do when they find out that you don't have your strength anymore?
Make me a damn fine chew toy? I don't know. At this point, really don't care.
Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm glad that I died in vain.
Look, it's not my fault you bit it, lady. I was just there for a good fight.
And that's why we wanted you. Because you're a good fighter.
Yep, everyone wants me because I'm a good fighter.
And now that you're not that, what do you have anymore?
I got death to look forward to. Eventually.
Well, I'm offering you a family.
Yeah, I think I have one of them too. They're dead now.
You have company. Evelyn,
Hi.
you drop into the sewer, splashing onto what feels like the remains of a body lying in front of a withered and emaciated Jerry lying up against the wall.
Great.
Rough night.
Piss off.
No, I don't think I will. And I'm going to just kind of perch on the other side and like, are you going to tell me what happened? I missed it.
Well, woke up, drank gin, went for a walk. It hurt. I fell down here.
Yes, the sun tends to do that. What made you think that was a good idea? Just the gin?
No. The fact that the gin didn't hurt. Or make a return trip. And the fact I look like this.
Right. Well, are you going to stay down here all night? Because, trust me, I understand it's quite cozy. But you do have a library you could be nursing your wounds in.
Why?
Just seems a bit more comfortable.
No, why would I nurse wounds? Not good to anybody like this. I have one job, right? It's to protect people who are weaker than me. Right now, your little Billy boy is tougher than me. Which makes me officially pathetic. So I'm just gonna lie down here. That's alright by you?
To be fair, his will is significantly weaker than you because he didn't want to tell me you were here, and yet he had to. So, we all have our own strengths and weaknesses, don't we? You can find new strengths and maybe even gain the old ones back if you try.
Yeah. Trying sounds like a lot of work. And I am dog tired.
Is he light enough that I could carry him back?
Definitely, yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna just like, fair enough, and I'm just gonna try and carry him back.
I'ma swing at her. I'ma swing at her.
You can fucking try.
With my 2 dice. Let's go.
I will try and dodge it.
Give me a 2 dice,
Yeah.
Jerry, and then give me a dex and athletics, Evelyn.
My 2 dice
Cool.
gave me 2 successes.
Nice.
It's my best effort right here.
Listen to all these dice.
Yeah.
Oh shit, one of them fell.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Hold on. There we go. That didn't hit any of them. Cool. That is a 4.
Nice.
No, wait, 5.
Man.
I'm
Oh.
stupid. I can't count. That's
You,
5.
Despite a remarkable surge of focus in Jerry's body, you still managed to easily dodge out of the way. Are you gonna just try?
Let's be honest, Jerry. You may have hit me, and it would have hurt, probably killed me. But have always been quicker than you.
I'm grumbling it like I see this swing being like my whole body like yeah, and I twirl around and splash into some mess that nobody wants to talk about in the sewer, and I'm like face down, and I'm like yeah. All you see is bubbles coming up as I'm grumbling.
Like, look, you can lay there and sit in your own self-pity, all I care, as soon as we get back. But don't stay down here. You're better than this. And that's coming from me. There's Mom picking up the pieces here. She's like, all right, go to your room.
So does any of this end with Jerry going willingly?
No.
Am I gonna just be trying to fucking
just dragging him by the ear through the sewers?
I think so. I'm just like, come on. Yeah, that's happening.
All right. Then as you drag Jerry through the sewers, are you trying to head back to the IOU then?
Yeah, I figure eventually that's where we're all gonna end up. So I'm just gonna get back there, stick him in the library because I assume that's where he would be most comfortable. There's a couch, right? There's like a little fainting couch. Yeah,
yeah.
So
I have a couch in there. You just
toss
toss me on the couch, like, and as soon as like I'm on the couch, I randomly reach up to an old dusty book of poetry, and it's just like curl up with my back towards you and flip through and read it.
Just like
I'll go and find the bottle of gin, even if I'm not supposed to know where it is. I probably know where it is, and I'll just
everybody knows where it is.
I'll just like.
I mean, you might not know where all of them are. Marguerite does hide a bunch.
I'm sure there's some that are like not hidden well, and I'm just like, for the pain, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. Didn't want to come back here anyway.
Enough time has passed as after setting all of this up, Evelyn, that you get the impression that William may have gathered everybody.
Great.
And as you head back down to the headquarters of your gang, we are going to go on break. BRB!
BRB!
Woo woo woo!
Welcome on. Leon.
Mm-hmm.
You stand just at the start of the bridge that spans over the river. And it is suspiciously empty of foot traffic, save for the flash mob of stitched together youths sort of walking around, almost like casually conversing with each other, as if it's like a party going on. Each of them wearing like various outfits that you yourself were very proud of throughout your days in the city. Some very obscure polls in regards to your fashion choices on certain days, to the point that you realize that you've been watched for a while. And each of them, there's like different. It is truly a like various.
Some may say it's my Eras tour.
Yeah, exactly. And amongst them, I think I once described creating a silhouette of an elegant jellyfish is Cyrus Ale, your sire. You recognize immediately his like going out clothes, which are basically like what's that, like sequin, but like Victorian sequin, like the shiniest patterns that someone could find stitched into nice cut. Anytime he moves his arms up, you see just this like dangling amalgam of braids and like totems and whatnot. This a truly eccentric Toreador. Again, just sort of chatting with your party going on.
I think there is a sort of visual just looking to see like how many people are here first before Leon starts running their mouth. And
Give me a quick wits and investigation.
I'm good at least one of those things. You'd think I'd be better at investigating concerning what I do here, but I'm a personality hire.
Yeah. You were for the aesthetic.
You know what? I got 4. 4 out of 4.
All right. You count about 30 plus.
That's a lot more than I was. Oh.
Plus your sire. And you can also see almost like a progression in quality. The one that you met on the bridge the day before or the night before was probably like a 70% there. But you see a couple that are almost like Uncanny Valley, Leon Cavallo walking around.
Well, I suppose I am late to this little gathering.
They all turn in unison, almost like the family that you had just left. And there's this like sudden stop, and you see your sire turn very like almost like turn like an evil villain turning around in a chair, just like gestures his arms around so that as much air catches underneath his flowing cape, and just gracefully puts his hand to the side of his face and smiles at you. Well, if it isn't my magnum opus.
Yes, you're the one and only Leon Cavallo. Well, and I just take a brief glance aside. It seems you have been busy making edits, copies.
Well, someone attempts to redo their work, they would be considered a hack, but considering, well, my best work was behind me and got away from me, I had to, try something.
And one attempt wasn't enough.
No, I couldn't quite get it right. There are subtleties to your frame that, now that I see them again up close, they're just impossible to replicate. You truly are a thing of beauty.
I'd take a soft bow. Thank you. But I am certain you're not just here to exchange pleasantries.
No. And as he says that, you hear each of the Leons almost like mimic a bit. No. Shut. Sorry. I've been training them in your mannerisms as well, and you have, again, subtleties that are hard to replicate. Did you get my gifts, though?
Yes, the recording.
Yes, the recording. And the painting?
Yeah.
For Christmas.
I received them.
Yes. Great. Again, cheap attempts at recreating you, but we make do with what we can. Have you been working? Have you been creating? I heard your music and your poetry, but is there anything deep in the shadows that you fiddle with?
I mean, honestly, I've been helping people or trying my best. I am sort of taking on a gig as an investigator, and results may vary depending on who you ask, but I have been feeling some degree of satisfaction with the work.
Hmm.
I'm navigating, moving through the city, making connections, friends. I guess my work now has been more political than I ever expected.
It's lovely.
Do you mean that?
No, politics are dirty and disgusting and pale
Well,
in comparison to true art.
there can be art in socialization, art in communication, art in the subtle intricacies of understanding how to navigate something
No, people
delicate.
mutate and twist your art, twist your words into something that is not your intention.
I would
You,
hate to see my art mutated and twisted, and I give another aside glance to Leon 24.
mhm. Didn't get the eyes right with that one. These are just the ones that I'm willing to show you
The proudest ones.
for criticism, for
Ah.
adjustments, maybe, or to show you that that you were perfect.
There are other ways you could have, mentioned my perfections. I am not subtle about hiding them, but also, what's who were these people? Were
Canvases.
they? Hmm?
Canvases, Leon.
Were
Blank
your
pages
canvases?
to write my art on. And I suspect that you are not unfamiliar with writing your work onto a blank canvas, are you?
I feel like our mediums might be a little bit different.
I don't think so. See, with you, Leon, I took my time. I found a promising piece of clay and worked it over years until, as I said, near perfection. And then, well, you remember the fire. You remember that night.
I do, I do.
We baked you, so to speak, until you came out a fully formed statue. You were messy. You were quick. And I dare say you perhaps forgot the art that you made.
Have you considered that, much like a piece of glass being blown, maybe I needed a bit of time to cool and to find myself and shine exactly in the perfect way? A little bit of space never hurt that.
And yet you learn and grow in the presence of a hideous creature.
I like put my hand on my chest and like almost stage whisper, do you mean Evelyn?
I suppose.
She's truly wonderful.
I've had the displeasure of meeting her several times in the past. Her family did work for me. Your saber, I suspect, might still be the one that I gifted you.
Yes. Oh, we had a conversation about that.
Good.
Honestly, have you seen her recently? Because you're quite lucky if you haven't. She's gotten organized, and if she finds out about the saber, and I'm saying the city might not be the safest for you right now,
Oh, but
because they care.
the city has never been safer for me. Ever since the Camarilla has been destroyed, it's been easier for me to find inspiration.
That makes sense. Yes, that was a job gone somewhat wrong. It could have been better. Messy is the best way to describe that one.
Unpolished. lacking
my art, my work still
finesse.
benefits you, even when I'm minding my own business.
No. 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 I tracked down your little art piece, Leon.
Yeah?
Were they your muse?
What happened?
Oh, we had a little chat.
She okay? I think Leon is like shaking a little at this development.
They exist. Part of my collection. My more personal collection. You didn't leave them with much powers. Much sculpting. They made barely a snack. But they did care for you, thought of you. Their memories seep through my mind now. Why do you think I am talking to you now?
I assume it's because you wanted something. Or just missed me enough.
No, no. You were a piece best enjoyed at a distance. But they wanted to come closer. They want to know if you think of them, thought of them.
And above the table, just so I'm 100% sure who this is referring to, is this the child? Or yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You want an honest answer? I wasn't quite aware.
That's what I told them.
You know, I've been on occasion. It hasn't happened in a long time, but sometimes the hunger gets the better of you. You don't really remember what happens, and haven't had one of those in quite some time. At least a year.
Sloppy. You're
I've gotten better. It hasn't happened in a year.
You you say you get better, and I don't see your work. The politics are sloppy. The deal with the Malkavian sloppy, and your friends are all sloppy, and I think that you should come back to be refined, Leon.
So I need a few, let me say, days of rehabilitation.
Or years. One can't rush good art.
Thing is, I kind of have, I have people who depend on me here, people who enjoy that I'm here, and it would be rather uncouth to just leave.
I can have one of the others take your place.
No. I appreciate that, but once again, intricacies, subtleties. No offense to the collective Leons over there, but I am Leon Cavallo. No one can quite get the step exactly right. And that's okay.
Give me a manipulate and persuasion.
Oh my. Danger. Danger. Things are gonna be fine and cool and good today. 4 successes.
4 successes. As you're saying this, you notice the first thing you notice is that all of the Leons around around Cyrus are almost now trying to like mimic you. They're like looking at your mannerisms and your subtle the ways that you move and speak, and you can see a few of them almost like practicing the movements. And you can see Cyrus almost like is looking back and forth between you and them, seeing if they're doing a good job. I'm gonna need you to roll a intelligence and resolve.
Intelligence and resolve.
Yeah.
Okay. Fear. Okay, 4 successes. I am at least consistently hitting those.
You notice this behavior because it's very obvious when Cyrus suddenly just looks directly at you, staring you in the eyes, and you see this faint glow in his eyes, and he says, "No, I think you should come with me." And you can feel the beast inside of you almost like calm and requiesce for a moment, before you shake yourself out of it, realizing that he is trying to dominate you.
I also have that. Is there anything I can do to push back against it?
You beat it.
Okay, beautiful. Well, that's just rude, isn't it? I thought we were having a conversation, and now you're just skipping all the pleasantries?
Well, the paint doesn't add itself, does it, Leon?
Well, you are correct about that, but I could have done the same thing back to you or any of the other Leons if I wanted to. But I thought we were going to converse, talk, and maybe find some sort of agreement. But I feel a little, I don't know, hurt that you're not willing to respect me enough to talk to me. So maybe I will just see my way out. And I think I take one step back as a show to see if it elicits a reaction.
Eerily, no response.
Okay.
Give me a quick wits and insight.
I don't like how many rolls I've had to make. This is spooky. You know, a crit would be real nice. I would like to flex on this man. Do I have willpower right now? I cannot remember.
You do.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay. That is 5 successes.
You get the impression that he doesn't need to chase you. He'll know where you go.
That makes sense.
And they don't respond. You can see again, like a few of the Leons in the crowd almost like turn, like back up the same way you do. Like all of them just trying, almost like a audition. Everyone in the room trying to practice their steps and their lines.
I also forgot last session, because it's been a while, I did have awe going. So +3 for any persuasion or performance stuff. I forgot I am a little shinier than normal.
I think you can definitely notice this in like the Leons are, it's like they're meeting their dream celebrity at this point. Cyrus seems like stricken by you, but definitely like not falling for your wiles. He's a very you would remember he's a very composed man despite his external appearance. His obsession with you and his art is it's very like he chooses to be like this. This isn't a mania or anything like that. He finds he finds the way he speaks and presents himself and obsesses to be a respectful thing. He thinks this is quality. So he is not swayed by your persuasive attempts. But as you back away, there's no response. Do you continue?
Not yet. I mean, if I don't leave, or even if I do leave, I know you'll try to find me. I know you'll grab me and I'll join again, obviously with probably a lot less of my own desire behind it. So what is the point of the conversation in the first place? Were you hoping I would just readily throw away the life that I've built?
I was hoping, Leon, that you would see that the life that you built is inadequate and that we can work together to make a better one, a more beautiful one.
But I do enjoy a lot of what I have going. I have
Oh,
a
there's.
partner who I care about deeply.
Mm,
I was going to let that go. I mean, you know about her, right?
yes, the large woman.
Yeah. Leon says, yeah, almost with like a little starry eye.
I mean, you're allowed to have a muse, Leon. I'm not a monster.
Just looks aside at Leon 14.
They like seem like flustered by the fact that you looked at them and like, ooh, haha. If you do not wish to come under your own propulsion, and I'm not able to compel you, then perhaps I will have to find new canvases until you do. Until I get it right. Or you come back so that we may do a little touch up.
Hmm. Leon does not want random people to have to suffer for this, like truly. So I think he sort of sits there. What if I give me some time to say goodbye? I feel like I have built a presence in the city, and I would like time to tell my friends, my loved ones, that I will see them later. And even a going away concert. One
Ah,
last performance.
yes. Your swan song before you go into isolation to work on yourself.
Exactly. I think it creates intrigue. You'll be fascinated and curious about what could happen to Leon Cavallo and when I may emerge. I
Hmm,
could emerge in an entirely new century with a whole new sound and appearance.
yes. The audience will be full for your performance, Leon.
Give me give me some time.
All right.
You'll know.
Time then.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, I do hope you have a good night.
You as well. And to all the Leons, you have to put a little bit more emphasis on the left foot. There's sort of a heel thing. Sometimes it hurts a little. So you put a little bit more emphasis on that one. It'll help you with future performances.
A like harmonious like stomp amongst the crowd as they push their left foot forward. And Cyrus almost like smiles and then turns around dramatically so that you may make your exit.
Yeah, I will exit as I will make a show of it. I think I bow and step away while not and like with one quick turn. Until I am like decidedly out of like line of sight. And then I think I'll probably just kind of have a moment.
Fair. As you do, Octavia and Abigail. Where are you bringing your dad for his first meal?
McDonald's?
Well, this is your first choice, dear papa. And like Octavia's like kind of pissed, but I mean, obviously she'd rather this than her dad be dead. So the snark kind of subsides. You're forever a slave to the blood now. How would you like to drink it?
um
You're in interesting company, as both Abigail and myself don't drink from live prey. Well, live human prey. I obtain my blood through animals. Abigail through donation of sorts.
Yeah, I'm no judgment on either end. I just, it's still a little fresh for me too. So, the whole is it's not my thing.
he oh man, my computer is fully freaking out right now.
No.
I can't change the music because my computer is just scrolling randomly for some reason.
Oh boy.
That's you're haunted.
I'm fully haunted.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice piano.
Something on my computer is holding down a scroll button.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, like a phantom input.
Yeah.
Could it be your mouse? I know your mouse has a lot of weird little buttons.
Unplug and replug in.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll
That's
just
usually what works for me. Like it's the dumb. Like, have you turned it off and on again?
I will
Like,
talk.
yes, I have. Shut up.
Rachel the IT expert.
Yeah.
We're doing it live. It's fine. Listen.
Uh-huh.
Nope, didn't fix it.
Oh, well, fuck.
I feel like
Okay.
computer restart's probably gonna work. But in the meantime, your father is like weak. Like he's basically like clutching his body, even though his like injuries will heal. He is still in pain right now, and still like weak and hungry. Well,
We're in the carriage and we have resources in the carriage. I have 2 points of resources. So I'm going to actually just take perhaps there's a chance that I left a bottle of chicken blood in the chest. And it might not be his first choice, but at least it's something because I don't want him to be in pain.
yeah.
So Octavia just starts rummaging and like feeling around where she would normally put any extras.
Go ahead and roll me a oh Jesus. I was gonna say luck, but that is not this game.
I mean, you can still do that.
Just roll me a D10. Tell me if you succeed.
Okay. Do I get to roll more because of the resources or no?
2D10.
I got an 8.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter. I succeeded.
There is a bit of it's a couple nights old, but I feel like it's like a cold storage, so it might be still good.
I somehow forgot about this. It's probably terrible, but at least it's something. It'll ease your wounds a little.
I'm willing to try anything. I don't really. I know a bit of how this works, but not this part. But the moment that you like uncork the bottle, you see this like, or you hear this like ravenous sound coming from your father as he and just like clutches the bottle from you and begins devouring it. Abigail, you see you're close enough to this time that you remember that moment when you first woke up, and that all-encompassing hunger as he like devours as much of this blood as he can, and then just like a rabid animal just like looks around trying to find more. That doesn't seem to be doing it.
Yes, it seems to have just activated you even further.
There's a voice in my head.
You'll never really get rid of her, I'm afraid.
I've maybe we'll try something a little bit more alive. Not a human. I would not. Something maybe. Do you know of a barn around here?
I do. Well, it's a little far. Not far, but it's not far. Fiend!
And Fiend gallops into night. I believe there was a barn within the city that you and Imogen had fed in once before.
Oh, the butcher.
Yeah, the butcher, right.
I could go there. I was going to take him to my farmer, but sure,
That's
give him
well
a
out of
cow.
town.
Sure, I'll take him to the butcher.
And as you do, it's easy enough to get in. I feel like this isn't this isn't even the second time that you've done this. But you hear your father sort of like unleash into the butchery and gorges a
I'm
little
also
bit.
really hungry, so I think I'm also going to
Oh,
eat.
it can be a little family feeding.
Yeah.
And Abigail.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Yeah, Abigail. Abigail sort of like leaning up against the barn door. You hear just like the two kindred inside going a bit ravenous.
I'm like, it's kind of cute. Like, it's not cute. I'm like, a lookout. I'm just looking out. I'm just looking out for them.
And as they emerge back out, covered in blood, Octavia's father covered a bit more. You can see it now, like more of the health back in Octavia's father. What's his name again? I forgot.
I have it written down.
Papa.
Papa.
We'll continue
Daddy
calling him
Tab.
that
Yeah,
for now.
Dad.
Fine,
Papa.
dear old Papa.
And he's like not super old, but older man. Has like a very bushy mustache, sort of like wild, like you would like a man who's like got the thinning gray hair, but it's like kind of let it go a bit wild at this point, and wears what used to be a like black and white striped suit, almost looking like a carnival leader, but more put together. But it is now covered in blood, and you can see that more not life, but more energy coming into him. But you also see that all of the slashes and bite marks on his body have like scarred at this point. And that will probably be how they look for the rest of his
Forever.
existence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You also, both you and Octavia, notice a lingering shadow around him. Things just seem to get a little bit darker wherever he is. Light sort of loses a bit of its color. His shadow is like abnormally long across the ground from the street light across the street. And he just seems to create this like aura of shadow.
Is it similar to Prophet, who also has, I don't know if this is what it is, but Prophet has oblivion powers? Am I getting that
Yes, indeed.
vibe? Okay. Well, there is one plus to this, which is we won't have to discuss too terribly with the Giovanni when we have other needs for their skills, because you've been bit by one.
I honestly don't know what that means. Any writing I found of vampires was well, I read that book that came out recently.
Yes, we don't discuss that here.
And
But you'll get some trial by the opposite of fire, as we're working a case right now where one of our own is missing. I'm hoping that Evelyn has managed to track Jerry down. I'm assuming you guess that all of us are similar in nature.
yes, you're not very good at hiding it. The nighttime excursions and well, it was either Evelyn was deathly ill, or a vampire.
Yeah,
Well,
one of the two, you know.
Yes.
Why can't it be both?
You
Uh,
it's nice to meet you, by the way. Sorry we couldn't have met under better
Oh,
circumstances.
yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, any father of Octavia is a father to me. I don't know. But
exactly.
And he kind of like starts pulling, like when he goes to like check his clothes and then like pulls on the his shirt, which is like matted and stuck to his chest now, and he says, maybe we could get back to the office so that I could change before we go out.
Exactly. What's the best and most important rule as well, Abigail, that we should let my dear old dad know?
Ouchie ouchie the sunshine? No, I don't know.
Well, yes, don't go in the sun. That's an obvious one. But also the
The
mass.
Massachusetts. The mask.
Great.
With the mask. Oh yeah. Listen, it's been a long day, okay?
Maybe give me the cliff notes along the way.
Yeah, and we'll give a little breakdown of the main rules as we head back to the IOU.
At the IOU. Evelyn.
Yeah.
As you return to the headquarters in the sewers underneath the IOU, you find William has amassed a fair amount of your gang for a meeting and is sort of like collecting scraps of notes and like writing down on this like giant table of notes various information that they're bringing to him. And as you come down, he stops and like looks up at you like a scared child as everybody like
A
recognizes your
disciplined
presence.
child.
Mom, you're back. Thanks for thanks to everyone's efforts. We have gathered more information on Sydney. Perhaps come forward and I can present it to you.
Of course. I'm very interested to see what everyone has turned up. And I will approach.
Give me a wits and resolve real quick.
Okay, I will do. I am concerned that I am rolling for walking towards my son. Oh, baby. Okay. That's 4 successes.
As you walk forward, William like smiles and looks back down at the table, massive map of London with like notes and stuff scrolled in all places, and he looks up and smiles and says, it seems that over the day and night that Sydney has recovered his physical form of the child, and unfortunately has maybe developed a bit of anger towards the IOU.
Well, this is not surprising.
Yes. What are our plans for dealing with him, Mom?
Did you find out what he was planning to do about said anger? That's kind of important for planning what we want to do.
Well, I think that he is. Perhaps he's waiting for our first move, Mom.
Do we know what... Storyteller, do I know of anything in particular that is Malkavian weakness-y type things, or is it all just like the normal vampire shit? Just like he's a strong fucking old vampire, so I really can't verse him on my own.
You could give me a intelligence and occult.
Cool. That is a shit roll, but I'll do it. Oh, 3! Yay! That's all the dice. Literally couldn't have done better, except if I crit.
Sydney's been very mysterious your time in London.
Which is a long time.
Not only you, but the Camarilla assumed that he was content staying in his asylum, sort of attending Camarilla meetings as a, to show up, to make a Octavian appearance. So in terms of his true power and age, you're not even too sure if the Camarilla knew. Maybe the prince probably knew. And
well,
maybe
he's dead, so
and maybe the seneschal below him, but other than that, the people that you hung out with and gave information to weren't privy to Sydney's true power.
Well, the man has hidden his strength for so long. I doubt much of the city was even aware of his plots.
Yes, it's commendable, really, how much people
yes.
underestimated him.
It's definitely impressive, but not something to underestimate. We should try to enlist as many clans as we can who are willing to aid us in dealing with this, because I doubt we are the only ones he will have issues with.
But we are the only ones as powerful as the Malkavian. We have more influence over the city than the others maybe realize.
It's true. Are you suggesting we try to barter with the rest of the city for information? Our strength for their strength?
Give me a wits and insight.
Cool. All right. Please do better than last time, because I feel like I got nothing last time. That's a 5.
Something is wrong with William. He's straining, not just the usual straining against his mutated body, but mentally straining against something.
I see. I will kind of shift and cock my head at William, and I will say, speak your mind, William. What are you really feeling?
I think that Sydney Jones is a handsome individual who we should work with.
Oh, hello, Sydney.
I tried to fight it, Mom. And you hear tiny little claps coming from the darkness of the room. As you see a eccentric little girl dressed in a massive top hat and a colorful purple like trench coat that hangs in the mud and the sewage, just being dragged behind her.
Love your hat. As I place my cane I'm assuming I'm like near the table where all the notes were placed. I place my cane sword like above the table, very visibly ready to unsheath it.
Well, that's no way to greet an old friend, is it?
I'd say if an old friend was to come into my place of business unannounced, this is exactly how I would greet them.
I mean, that's what you did when I last saw you.
Oh, you mean when I was invited in by your associate?
Yes.
I don't think I was unannounced then, was I?
Not to me. No.
No. How can I help you?
Well, as your as your associate said, I think that, well, to keep things simple, I want to offer a truce to you and you alone.
Now I'm interested. What on earth could possibly convince me to work with you?
Well, I've had a lot of time to think. And, well, look at everything that you've grown here. Your little gangs and your murder of ravens and your friends with your investigating that went so poorly and left me in this horrendous body. I just figured that you might need an ally.
First of all, you did this to you. Just pointing that out. I didn't make you take this body. I think that was your decision. But yes, I have created quite something, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. And it's slipping a little bit, I think.
Mind your tongue, Malkavian. There are more of us than there are of you.
There are more minds, yes. But that's where I thrive, dear Evelyn. I believe.
Why don't we get to the point?
I don't like your little investigators.
Clearly.
No. To be honest, I don't really like you all too much. But I would like to maybe work with you.
To what end?
Control once more. The city slipped from our fingers when the prince died and your little crew decided to make a socialist society. It's not fun. I have been sleeping too long and this city has turned into a nightmare.
Thought that was your thing.
No. No. My thing was making people feel relief from whatever it is that haunts them in their waking minds. But you have more connections in the city than maybe I would like to admit. I've been cooped up in my house for so many years, reaching out my tendrils, grasping those that I could find and bringing those weary souls into my fold. I need someone on the ground level, you see. And I think you and your curious little companions scurrying around in the sewers might just be the friends that I want to associate with.
Friends. So you get what you want through us doing all the dirty work.
Yes, quite dirty.
What do I get? This seems very one-sided, this truce, this deal. It's not very enticing.
Well, you don't have to watch the very creative ways I could pull your friends apart.
I see. And is that a promise?
Yes. But I don't want them in my new city. I only want you.
Interesting.
Yes. Isn't it? So what do you say? We'll become the crime lords, or whatever the people are calling them. We will rule the city. And your friends leave. I don't care where they go.
Well, perhaps allow me some time to get them sorted.
I
And
suppose.
then I shall start over and rebuild this city to something perhaps greater than it was.
Yes. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yes.
Maybe a little refocus will help you hold on to what it is that you've made.
Oh, I hold on to what I've made.
I don't know. That's not what William's mind tells me. Seems that a little bit of
Well,
doubt
then-
has been creeping into your rats.
William is young, naive. He will learn. There's always something pushing back. I've overcome so much already. I'm not afraid of a little change and a little hard work.
Good. We shall get our hands dirty together.
I'll hold you to that.
All right, well, get back to your little meeting, talking about how great I am. Toodles. And he'll begin walking down the sewer, exiting the headquarters.
I will loosen my grip on my sword. Well, it seems things have changed.
He's not telling the truth, Mom. I had no second thoughts about you. None of us did.
Even if you did, I would not blame you. Things in the city have changed very rapidly. Even I had doubts. But I've come too far to let this city slip away from me now. We will rebuild. And eventually we will deal with Sydney.
Yes.
But we won't let him know that, will we?
No.
Let's start organizing. Make sure we are ready to get to work while I deal with a few family things.
Yes, Mom. And he starts like waving everybody back who had like scurried away, and starts gathering more information.
I think I take a moment to like process what just happened and kind of process what this means for me and my coterie. And after I have that moment, I will make my way out of the sewer and go back to the IOU.
All right. Jerry, you've been reading your poetry.
Oh, I've been getting drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you're getting drunk, hearing another bottle hit the ground and roll away, you hear the door to the library slowly open. And through the haze and fog that is now your liquor-addled mind, you see Marguerite.
Marguerite is gonna walk in on Jerry kind of stumbling and like spilling the gin all over the floor.
Hey,
like
that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
I got a nose for stuff like this, mate.
Yeah. And she like pushes herself into you, like holding you up.
Oi! What's this suit?
Yeah. It's a beautiful suit covered in. Oh God. Listen, I talked to the other one, the other weak one, Anna.
Who you gonna wait, mate?
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry. The very
I'm
capable.
Not wait.
Well, agree to disagree. Listen, sit down. I got some good news for you.
Right.
Now,
I'm gonna sit back.
I've never seen you like this. Are you gonna remember what I say, or do you need a little cleaning up?
Yeah, speak on it already.
All right. Well, I'll try. What you and her had, I'm quite familiar with. You had a bit of well, to put it lightly, a bit of the hells in you, didn't you?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. And she's gonna touch your cheek. And you feel this like strange warmth washing over you as you begin to sober up a little bit.
Right. Okay. Wait. What you do? That's you. I'm
Well-
gonna try and push her hand away.
Roll strength. Roll 2 dice again.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Like, roll strength and roll the 2 dice you have. What are you doing? Hiya. Oh wait, that was the wrong button. Hang on. Hiya. 1 success.
It's like trying to push up against a wall. She's very dense and like buckles down as you try to push, and she just like holds you still, and she said, "Listen, I need you to, I need you to hear this, okay? And I need you to remember this, despite whatever state you're in, okay?
Yeah. Right. Oh, remember, get your warm hands off me.
All right.
Feels weird.
I'm only doing this because you were there when you and the lot saved me from the Umbra, okay? Otherwise, I would be the same cool, cold demeanor that you're used to.
All right. Yeah. You're warm and fuzzy now.
Yeah, I'm a fucking stuffed animal of love. Listen, you
No what?
remember Red,
Yeah.
the werewolf that I hung out with for a while, and
Yeah.
one
I
of
see.
Leon's
Yeah.
yeah. I think I could maybe convince them to take you in for a bit.
Take me in where?
I don't. One of their Cairns. They're places of power,
Caves?
and maybe, just maybe, they won't eat you for what your blood means to them. But I've been sort of where you are, lacking in any sort of pilot to the meat vehicle, so to speak. And the wolves took me into the Umbra, and I don't know what the hell they did, but I came back whole again.
All right.
Now, you have probably plenty of options being what you are, but I know how much you like the wolves, and I know you have a friend in Hyde Park.
That's
So,
a bit of a strong word.
well, you don't have a lot of friends, do you? And the ones that I met were about on the same level as him. So I'd say he's probably up there for you. Now, Red was kicked out of their little dog group, but he's found another outside of the city. And considering what you and Leon and the others did for him, he might be so inclined to take you with him, even in your current state.
They have good booze up there.
I honestly don't know, but I'll send you with some.
Not bad.
It's a one-time offer, kid, and Red's leaving pretty soon, so you don't have too long to decide. But I'll give you the rest of the night, and maybe whenever I'll talk to him. He's still in that cold castle.
Right, wait. How far away is it then?
The cairn? I don't know.
No, not that. The red. Yeah. Where he's staying at? How
Just
far away is that?
day's travel, maybe.
Well, you driving?
You want me to bring you to him tonight?
Oh yeah. You see, you got a plan for me.
All right. I was expecting you to have a little bit more sentiment towards the others, but hell,
Get my library, find a book, it's fine.
I gotta go pack then.
Yeah, you do that, and I'm gonna do something. Give me a sec.
All right. I'll be back. Stay as sober as you can.
No promises.
All right. And she is going to leave. Leon, where are you headed?
I never actually found the person to talk to about Anne.
You did not, no.
How's it looking in terms of sunlight and stuff?
It's getting well, not you still got a bunch of time, I would say.
Mhm. I think I might just go to Evelyn for that actually.
Okay.
So I might just head back to the IOU.
So you have been heading back to the IOU. Octavia and Abbigail, after feeding with Octavia's dad, are also heading back to the IOU. And after a bit of time, you all make it back. Marguerite has not returned yet. But the rest of the IOU, all 5 of you are there. Your father goes off Octavia to retrieve some clothes and figure out his shit a bit. And Jerry eventually stumbles out of the library as the 5 of you are alone in the office proper.
Well, Abigail and I were successful in locating my father, who is now a kindred himself.
Please elaborate. What happened?
He went to the Giovanni's without my knowledge, requesting their aid in finding my mother, and I believe they took advantage of him. But what's done is done, and I will take care of him.
Yeah,
Octavia, I'm terribly sorry.
Thank you.
I think we all will, you know, like we're here for you.
I need to get out of town. Actually. Yeah. Stuff's breaking bad for me. Sire's back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. The swords, by the way, yeah, he seemed pretty proud about the sword thing.
Mm.
Yeah, and there's maybe approximately 30 Leons running around the town.
I knew he was
All of you.
eccentric, but
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. At least 30 canvases of people who have he's tried to make look like me. It's not great. It's a bad situation.
So you're just gonna run, or like?
It's run or go back to him, and running is the thing I do better.
Well, I think you should all go.
When you
What do you mean you should all go?
Yeah, it's very sentimental of you.
Sidney Jones reached out.
Why?
He said either I work with him to rebuild the city, or he hurts all of you. And even in the deal where I help him, if you were in the city, he would probably still hurt all of you. So, I don't see an option.
Are you just gonna work for him?
No. I'm going to overthrow him, obviously.
Thank goodness.
That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
You really
that's what I
buried the
said.
lead there.
I just figure we're safe in here, but I don't know how the Malkavians work, really. I don't know how often they're listening, you know? They took over William. He was making him speak in his garbage. So I just think it would be of benefit if this city has fallen apart, and it partially is our fault, but we all meant well. And I think it's time for a lot of us to make something new.
Well, promise me you'll work on your resolve. That skill will help you against the Malkavians' mind trickery.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, I mean, are you gonna stay here then?
I literally can't. I think if I was, I mean, I could leave, but no, I couldn't. This city means too much to me. And I've built too much to let it all fall apart now.
I meant
You
like
kind
in
of have
this building.
employees.
Oh, I mean, this is, do we even pay rent? What is going on with this
We
building?
own.
Marguerite?
I think we own.
We own. We
Then
own.
it's
Yeah.
fine. I think I'm fine.
That just means that, like if we ever want to write you, we know where to address it.
And I think if I ever want to send along any information about London or maybe any assets, some British assets, where would you head? I think you have connections in other places, Abigail, yes? New York City, I think, is where you're from. Is that where,
Oh,
or what do you all want to do? Because we have, I don't know how, he didn't give me a timeline, really, but I did say give me some time to let everyone get settled and help you get out of the city. So
well, the whole thing about me leaving was not having anybody. So I guess if we went back and I'd back up, that would be okay. But that's so far. Y'all ever been on a boat?
You did say it was
Yes.
perfect for a city where you don't need to see.
Oh, right.
I have a thought. What if I send one of my associates with you? I'd love to have overseas information.
Are you beginning to branch out already?
Oh, I'm just spitballing ideas. I don't know if it'll make anything happen, but I like to dream big.
Well, yeah. I think we'd welcome somebody that you trust.
Leon, will you have all of us join you in your new adventure?
Yes, I was mostly worried because the way I have to do a whole concert when I leave, and I was gonna have to figure out how to do a big
What?
yeah.
Just for us? Or
Well, welcome to Toreador bullshit.
it would have been something, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
I'm sure
I-
he would have. Would he have been in the audience, do you think? Would he have?
See, I had a whole fake coffin situation planned
Ah,
of burning the one, like climbing in one, burning it, and then leaving in that fake coffin.
yes.
I was already
Hoping
spitballing
you
ideas.
for dead
pretty
and
exciting.
all of that, yes.
Well, I kind of want to see that now.
I mean, I gave myself a couple of days, but we should probably try to leave as soon as possible.
I would like to bring Rita as well, if she'll have me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
That sounded a
know.
lot more serious than I meant it to.
I
But
know
to
about
say, I had no idea
engagements,
you were so
nothing.
serious.
Yeah.
I don't
Jerry?
know nothing about anybody's engagement or leaving or concerts or whatever. But I'm not going to New York. I'm not going to the Americas. I'm not. See, the little one with the good booze, Maggie, yeah, she
Yes.
was here earlier. Oh, sobered me up some, and I hate it.
Talk some sense into you, did she?
Well,
Her specialty.
you people go off, do whatever. It's nice meeting you. Been fun, but I've already got me a ride coming.
Is it out of the city? I cannot
don't-
guarantee your safety if you stay here.
I don't know. There's Red, the little wolfman we helped earlier.
I
Oh.
doubt the Malkavians will want to tangle with the werewolves.
Oh, you
I would
guys
hope
are
they wouldn't.
reorganizing a city. or
Yes, I mean, it
whatnot.
will take time.
Yeah, good on you. I don't care anymore. So I took little miss up on her offer. And I'm just gonna go and hang out with them for a bit.
I understand. Well,
I'm leaving you on my library, though.
oh, you mean our library that we lent you? Yes, all right. Yes, of course.
Excuse you.
We
I
won't
brought
get
my
it.
library here. Them books is mine.
Well, I'll have
Y'all
some.
can look out for them for me. 'Cause
I'll
I
have
Didn't know
some
promise
you had
very
such a-
good reading to
y'all can
do.
take care of it.
Expansive braille collection, Jerry. Quite interesting.
Mhm.
Well, those books aren't mine.
I will miss this.
I also wanted
Leon,
to yes.
for your show, though, I
Oh,
wrote
oh,
you a
no.
little thing. Hang on. Let me find it. He's gonna get up and like stumble back, and like you hear him rummaging. He's gonna be in there for a while. So just
Sweet dear thinks the show's happening. Oh dear.
I mean, I'm okay to still do the show. I kind of would like
Just
to
do
leave
it
on
for
a high note.
us. Yeah,
Oh,
as we're
I-
about to leave,
You do have a
I
couple
would like
days
to-
to
private.
to get your affairs in order.
I would like to do it. I would. Can I be honest? It would be a little fun to do the show still.
Okay.
You don't want to
And
get
a
to New
daring
York
escape,
thinking
I
about the
haven't-
show.
I haven't run away in a while, and it'd be a little fun to do a whole show when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it potentially gives you a chance to see Cyrus and, just see what you're dealing with on that front.
Oh, I look forward to it. I'm sure I'll make time for him. And I will make sure he does not learn of where you go. If that wasn't already clear.
Yeah.
He'll be far too busy dealing with me in this city.
That's what I was appreciative of, and I don't necessarily want to not to commit to, but I don't want to necessarily uproot Anne in her entire life, since she left the States recently anyway. But I would appreciate if you could figure out how to help her.
Of course.
I found it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He comes stumbling back, and it's his little notebook that he's kind of like busted. It's busted. It's covered in booze. It's whatever. He there's there's a fresh page that's been like scrawled on there, and he like hands you the book. It's the unofficial works that you were so fond of before. It's all you, baby boy. And this one slams it on your chest. That's mine. Yeah, I wrote that. Didn't know I was a writer, did you? Wait, I wrote you a poem already. Never mind. Yeah, then you got that one. You got that one now. And I think that's about. I didn't get one for you. Abigail, you're new, and I met you like a week ago. So you can have my hat.
Oh, I get your hat? That's
That-
actually real sweet.
That
I
might
don't
be
need
the
it no
best
more.
gift of the whole night. My God. I never
He's
thought I'd
bald,
see you
I'm
without
not,
your.
so yeah.
I
You
never
guys are
thought
seeing you are
you with
seeing
your hat off. It's a monumentous occasion.
Wow.
you are seeing a bald Jerry for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
There is like an indent on his forehead of where the bowler hat always sat. And he's just like, all right, yeah, it's about it for me. Yeah.
Your
Cheers.
whole aura has changed, Jerry.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
don't
all right?
know what that means. I'm
I just want to
tired.
make sure that you're still you.
I am tired, Miss Octavia. Gonna be honest. I'm very tired.
Well, I hope you get some rest then.
Oh, you take care of that pup, and you, pup, you take care of Miss Octavia. The rest of you can take care of yourselves. I'ma just wait by the door then. Hey, you be sure to perform that big poem one I gave you, yeah, for your big show, mate. That's a finale piece there.
I'll make sure of it.
Right, so all right, yeah, too, Pip.
Lay off the juice, Jerry.
No,
he won't.
He doesn't leave. He just like sits and like topples over waiting for Marguerite.
I'm glad Marguerite is taking him. He's in good hands. Now, I guess you have a show to prepare, Leon.
Oh yes, I probably am going to call in a couple of favors, and it'll be wonderful. And then, like, almost immediately, Leon sort of hops into this like very like stage manager energy of like starting to write and list stuff down, just because that'll keep them busy and thinking instead of the everything that's happened tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna offer some of my people as like stagehands to help. Like once it's time for your coffin to like go up in flames and you to make your swift exit, you got like my guys like downstairs, like down in the trap door. Like, all right, let's go. Let's get you out of here. Like, let's run. Like, we got people ready to help you get the hell out of there before anybody can like get you, kind of thing. Once I see that I've like given you all the things you need to prep that, I think I'm gonna kind of quietly just put a hand on Octavia's shoulder. Like,
What? Tears.
oh no. I'm sorry that I can't go with you.
Really wish you could. But I understand why you can't.
I was worried when he came down there and said he wanted to work that I wouldn't be able to say anything about this and that I'd have to just disappear, but at least I was able to clear the air.
When I was out earlier with Abigail, she did quite a nice job, almost rivaling our dear Imogen on reciting the feel of the city. I look forward to her reciting your letters.
Of course. As long as I get some in return. I kind of give you a little squeeze, and I'm like, I will miss you, though. I don't know if... Since you've been one of us, I don't know if we've actually been apart. Like this.
Going to be quite strange. But I'm sure we'll find our way back to each other eventually.
And hopefully the city's in great shape by then.
Goodbye, friend.
I think I just give you a hug.
I hug you back.
No. And with that...
And it's sad.
The first time that you see Evelyn actually cry.
And with that, we're going to have a montage of everybody going off for the next night or two to get their affairs in order. Marguerite comes for Jerry and has a small carriage that the two of them take off to the east, where one of Leon's estates are. Red and Jerry begin to prepare for the journey north. Abigail prepares the Marge barge with all the accoutrement that will be needed to make the trip, including the necessary precautions required to transport vampires long distances, including stakes and some sort of container for each of you to stay in torpor for that long time. Leon stays up writing this play that will be performed in the theater. Octavia gets her dad acclimated to being a vampire, and then heads off to the Chantry to meet with Rita. Evelyn gathering the forces necessary to first side with Sydney, but eventually, hopefully, overpower him, getting all of the gang members together. Jerry and Red head off north on a long trek towards the Geru off in the wilderness, attempting to negotiate Jerry's safe passage and eventual reprieve in one of their cairns. Abigail routes the best way back to New York, talking with the the old Navy sailor vampire on precautions that need to be made. Leon begins the performance to a crowd that is mostly other Leons, as well as Cyrus and a few other stranger people amongst the arts. Octavia talks with Rita about coming with, and as delighted as Rita is, she does agree, but she has to follow protocol in the Chantry first. And she promises that it will only take a week or two, and she will charter a ship to New York as soon as possible. Evelyn, your ravens and basically hordes of spies venture off into the city, gathering more information about the first steps required to take over, while always keeping an eye on Sydney as he begins to spread his network from the asylum slowly south towards the city. Jerry, it takes a bit, and the the wolves don't immediately accept you as one of their own, but through a few choice words from Red and a show of a bit of show of power on his side, having trained with Marguerite over the last few months, he quickly convinces them that he could keep you in check if anything bad happens. And you find comfort in the protected forest of these werewolves, understanding what Marguerite was talking about, giving you time to work out your thoughts. Abigail, you are heavily told not to venture out, as whatever sea creature was lingering in the ocean and whatever cult was rising may still be a threat. But a captain steps forward, offering to pilot you. Marguerite assures the captain, or assures the old withered vampiric Navy sailor that she'll be able to protect you in any stormy seas. Leon's performance ends with a fire, convincing most of the crowd that Leon has departed from this immortal coil, as he slips out the back and escapes to join Abigail at the prepared ship. Octavia, you and your father gather whatever small trinkets and devices that you can get a hold of, storing them on the Marge barge as the city trembles under the growing might and control that is looming over them from the two powerful heads that will soon collide with each other, of Evelyn and Sydney Jones. We see as each of the kindred that are heading off to New York find their very tight quarters and the various containers that have been acquired for them to stay in, as Marguerite very gently and with almost a motherly touch pierces each of your hearts with stakes and closes the containers. And as the ship drifts away from the city of London down the Thames and off into the ocean, would you like to recite the poem that Jerry gave you, Leon?
Absolutely. And I think this is sort of the backing piece to, I think, this montage. Uh, like from an audio standpoint, use your brains, use your imagination, kiddies. But I think Leon, towards the end of the performance, stands there. This is a poem given to me by a friend, and I thought no better way to honor the people in my life than reciting this work. This is from the one and only Belgium Jerry, my brother. The big drunk goodbye. Whose goodbye is that? I think I know. Its owner is quite sad, though. It really is a tale of woe. I watch him frown. I cry hello. He gives his goodbye a shake and sobs until the tears make the only other sounds the break of distant waves and birds awake. The goodbye is drunk, big and deep, but he has promises to keep. Until then he shall not sleep. He lies in bed with ducks that weep. He rises from his bitter bed with thoughts of sadness in his head. He idolizes being dead, facing the day with never-ending dread.
And we see the Marge barge slowly drift into the morning fog as it makes its adventure off to New York. And then we see it again. Withered, paint peeling. The Marge barge covered in slime and growing algae and stained with time and sun. The sails shredded and clinging to a broken mast. A large crash broken on the front where the steering wheel would be. No sign of Marguerite. The ship presses forward out of the morning fog towards a large, bustling city. The sound of motors, the smell of gas, smoke and steam billow off of the large buildings, some of them still in the throes of being built, steel bars and men climbing hundreds of feet off of the ground. A large statue holding a flame, rusted from time, as the Marge barge collides into the beach. The corpse of this boat, lost to time, emerges in 1920s.
Damn! Oh,
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh, baby! What the beep? Start spreading the news!
I already got rid of my bowler hat. Damn it!
Oh.
And I welcome you, Dare, as our new storyteller for our next session.
Hello. Yeah, we're going to be entering, we're leaving a little bit of the masquerade, but we're going to enter a world of more urban shadows, as it were. And I don't know, incredibly honored to get to take the reins for a little bit. I'm really excited, and I've been writing and planning, and we're gonna get so weird with it, y'all.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
I wonder who you'll meet in New York.
I wonder. Ooh.
All right. Do you want to take it away, Rachel?
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for joining us. I know we didn't warn you and prepare you that you were going to say goodbye to some characters today, but I hope you had a good time and maybe shed some tears like I did, because I definitely did. If you did have a good time and you want to support the show and all of our shows and all of the things that we do, the best way to do that is by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletop titties. When you become a patron, you get access to so many different things, like the after show for all of our main shows, polls that affect the games, bonus episodes, and a whole lot more. We have a merch store. If you saw the show tonight and you were like, yo, I gotta get me some Evelyn and Jerry merch because, man, are they retired? Maybe. I don't know. What? Maybe you should go and do that, because we have those over at tabletoptitties.threadless.com. Go check it out for sure, Z's. Last but not least, make sure to go and follow us on social media at Tabletop Titties. If you use the hashtag TTTitties, you may get a shout out as an NPC. Maybe they'll be named after you. I don't know. Perhaps. Do it up. You can find all of this information on our website at tabletoptitties.com. And remember, when we say titties, it is always with double D's. And we will see you next time in a whole new, brand new place, brand new time. Is going to be good. It's going to be real good.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Be